from February 8, 2024 to February 8, 2025. This marks 1 year. Has this government delivered to the people or not?
In this 1 year, the government of Pakistan, the present government, they have achieved...
This coalition government.
They have achieved two major targets. One is that they have started rebuilding the economy. Secondly, law and order situation, they have worked very well on that.
Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf and the government. So what was the reason why talks collapsed? And now government is offering talks to PTI, come sit on the negotiation table, but PTI is not ready. So if PTI is not talking, how political stability, how things could be discussed without resumption of negotiation?
The issue with PTI, what I see, as a neutral observer, as a neutral analysis I do, PTI isn't taking the proper political progressive approach. That's what I see.
So other than talks, there was another development. First time, founder PTI wrote 2 letters to the army chief, and security sources confirmed that there was no letter reached to the chief. How is this response through security sources from the military establishment? This seems they have completely turned down this letter diplomacy.
They want to bring in military. They want military to be part of.
They want military into the political situation.
Yes, they want military to be part of political dialogue. What do they do? But on the other side, military has said no, big no.
Form a new opposition alliance, and there will be a big political Maulana Fazlur Rahman in that alliance. Do you think if this alliance in the coming days is formed, it will pose any threat to this present coalition government with whom Maulana personally also enjoys good ties?
So this alliance, I can firmly say it isn't against the federal government. It is against the PTI government, which is in KP, and it's against Ali Amin Gandapur precisely.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello and welcome to program Inside in V News English. Dear viewers, political situation in Pakistan is evolving. There are political developments which are taking place. However, talks between Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf and government has collapsed. Government is insisting Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf to resume dialogue. On the other hand, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf has declined to resume dialogue with the government. And 2 letters have been written by founder PTI to the army chief, and security sources says that these letters have not reached to the boss. And this political party, for political purpose, should talk to the government. On the other hand, a new opposition alliance is also on the card. Whether this opposition alliance is going to give any major threat to the present government or not, and from 8th February 2024 to the 8th February 2025, whether this present coalition government has made any significant achievement, whether there has been any improvement in the lives of the people. To discuss this all, today we are fortunate to have with us a very senior politician, former member of parliament, Mr. Khurram Hameed Rokhri. Yes, Mr. Khurram Hameed Rokhri, very warm welcome to program Inside. Mr. Rokhri, this present coalition government has completed 1 year in power. What do you think from February 8, 2024 to February 8, 2025? This marks 1 year. Whether during this 1 year, this present coalition government has been able to deliver to the Pakistani people whatever were the expectations of the voters, the masses. Has this government delivered to the people or not?
8th Feb was the day I was also a part of that election. Yes, I contested. I lost. I say that the most strange thing in the history of Pakistan this time, which we were facing, and which we are recovering now, was the worst chaos. Our nation wasn't ready to have that shape of chaos which we faced. And in this 1 year, the government of Pakistan, the present government, they have achieved...
This coalition government.
They have achieved 2 major targets. One is that they have started rebuilding the economy. Secondly, law and order situation, they have worked very well on that. And because of focusing on these two targets, the chaos which was developing on daily basis, it is declining now, it is reducing now. And I think they have done much better in 1 year, getting the chaos down to a good level. This is their biggest achievement.
What is, whatever you are saying that government has achieved economic stability, but there is no trickle-down effect. The common man is still in economic misery.
That is very natural. Now, but the people exactly know what situation they actually were dragged in. The challenge for this government was not this, that they were pulling up somebody from 20 feet. It was like 2,000 or 20,000 feet down, everything was drowned. Now they are pulling it up. The best thing, people trust in government that are they doing it rightly? Inflation rate or getting other things cut down to a level, giving priority to people, and the most important thing was, is it business going to roll down? Are businessmen satisfied? Are the people, those who are in business, are they satisfied? I claim this thing, that in this 1 year, this government has achieved one thing, that the businessman, from where the economy has to grow, they are much satisfied now. Their wheel is rolling. They think that things are getting better. So definitely, as I said, it is not 200 feet down. We were 20,000 feet down. We are pulling it up. Government is pulling it up. And people are satisfied. Related to chaos, the chaos created, when we see decline in that chaos, it means people exactly know which situation they are getting in now.
So first time we have seen International Monetary Fund mission to Pakistan. Usually in the past, this mission, whenever they used to hold meetings, they used to discuss economy. But this time, this mission is monitoring economic situation. They are holding meeting with the members of the Judicial Commission. They are watching and monitoring human rights. What is this?
I think
who had given this mandate to IMF to meet the Judicial Commission members and discuss the political and constitutional situation?
I think that is justified. It isn't related only to the judicial issues. When they are giving
26th constitutional amendment,
they are going to everyone. They are going to the parliamentarians. They are going to
opposition,
different ministries. They are meeting the opposition leaders, and they are justified. Why should we be worried about that? When we are getting the money from them, shouldn't they be knowing that the money which
whatever
they have given,
political indicators,
are they doing it good? Their experiences, and that's what we say, that what we were doing was wrong. If they have given something to us, if we have taken some loan for some specific purpose, and we are not putting that money there, and we are doing something else, so they have the right to ask us. So our priority should be that we should be very open to them. They should come if we are doing it. If I am a minister,
and we should not hide anything.
Not at all. We should not, and there is nothing to hide. This government, as I said, strong they are because they do not have anything to hide. They will be open to all the process, and a result of this process, you will see the trust of IMF and all the people, those who have come here, it is going to grow. And eventually we have to get rid of it. On a positive note, we have to stand on our own feet. And how can we stand when we are very much, the money which they are giving, we are not doing anything bad with that. And we are very serious, we are very upright. Things are good. I think we should not be worried, and they have the right to ask us.
So, but number of international institutions and private think tanks and economic advocacy groups like Fitch, they have expressed satisfaction, but at the same time, they have warned as well. So what do you think? What could be the policy that whatever economic targets we have achieved, it could there could be sustainable policy so that these economic targets could be achieved, number one, could be sustained and could be maintained, and finally the trickle down effect could reach to the common man?
We need proper implementation of law and order. Our issue is that when our economy is going to boost up, because of the weak law and order, we many times destroy the things. We have to come up to that level. Secondly, I think that we have to bring in emerging technologies now. Emerging technologies. We have to innovations, emerging technologies. We are a country we have got population like anything. So when we boost up the economy without implanting or without getting the emerging technologies in, it is not possible for us to cater everything.
True.
So what I see here, the government is first time in the history of Pakistan, emerging technologies and all these things are being introduced. They are going towards that direction. And when we do that, and we are going to do that in the next 1 year or so, the effects will start coming down. When we do that, then assurance that our economy will be sustainable or whatever we are doing, it is not going to go and collapse again.
Exactly again.
That will only be possible with combination of emerging technologies and proper law and order. And that's what I see. I see this government, they are focusing on all these things.
Combating terrorism, combating
That is
crimes.
the major thing. That is the major thing. That is the most important negative factor which we all are facing. That is the major thing. And the way they are dealing it now, I'm very comfortable that after completion of this tenure of this present government, Pakistan is going to be a very stable, straight with mental capacity to understand the rest of the world as well.
Whenever any foreign company or government or international business groups, whenever they are ready to do investment in any country, they first see the political indicators as well. And when we see political situation, recently talks collapsed between Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf and the government. So what was the reason why talks collapsed? And now government is offering talks to PTI, come sit on the negotiation table, but PTI is not ready. So if PTI is not talking, how political stability, how things could be discussed without resumption of negotiation?
The issue with PTI, what I see, as a neutral observer, as a neutral analysis I do, PTI isn't taking the proper political progressive approach. The people, those do negotiations, those who sit in talks, they do not have the mandate. They do not have the power. They do not have the mandate. They do not have authority to declare something valid or sign something on which they can say
what they can give and what they can take.
What they can take. They are weak people. They are weak to negotiate. The power of them lies somewhere else. That's what we see. So when on the other side, the government, they sit on a strong note. Whatever they are going to decide, they are going to implement. But the party sitting next to them...
You think so? They are going to implement?
Yes, I'm 100% sure. Because they do not have other option. The phase which they are
Government
going...
is seriously offering talks.
Government is very serious on these talks. But the people, those who are sitting from that side, they are not only weak, they are not only fragile, they do not have capacity to actually pass on anything or implement or understanding is something else. Accepting and declaring that we do it, they cannot do it. That's what I say.
So other than talks, there was another development. First time, founder PTI wrote 2 letters to the army chief. And security sources confirmed that there was no letter reached to the chief. And there was another comment by the security sources saying that military doesn't look into the political matters and PTI rather should focus these letters to the government. How is this response through security sources from the military establishment? This seems they have completely turned down this letter diplomacy.
What we see is that PTIs, right from the day one when they came out or they after the vote of no confidence, they are trying continuously to indulge with military. On other side, military is continuously saying that we are not going to...
They are maintaining distance.
They are maintaining distance. They say you are political people, your dialogue or your
Should
anything has to be with the political government. So when they made it out that military side, they're not going to intervene or they're not going to listen to them or they're not going to sit in any political dialogue. So now they have opted another thing which they said that open letters we are saying. Now these open letters, what they are writing is...
In the past, this has been written by a number of politicians.
Yes, but never ever in the history of Pakistan, you see that the open letter is written to the Chief of Army Staff. So this is the new thing which they are trying to bring in. I link it to something else. I say that on other side, 2 days back, you malign or you say every bad thing and you malign them for every bad thing.
Every bad
and
thing in the
after 2
country.
days, you start praising them, and you are asking,
Taking
you're
a
asking
U-turn.
favors.
Another U-turn.
Another U-turn. I would say that they, I don't know, either they are confused or they are making some case to be placed somewhere else, or they desire it deeply that military should come in, because their case abroad in other countries where the people matter, the superpowers and all that, their case is that in Pakistan, military intervention is too much and military influence is too much.
Allegedly.
And so many things they say. So this time, it is very evident that military is not involving anything. Military is not even talking on these terms. Military is not even discussing such things. So I think that this approach is not positive. They want to bring in military. They want military to be part of.
They want military into the political situation.
Yes, they want military to be part of political dialogue. What do they do? But on the other side, military has said no, big no, that we are not going to do any dialogue. Political people with the political people. Government is there. You better talk. Whatever you decide, they are going to second that. That's what I think.
Number of political parties, including Jamiat Ulema Islam Fazlur Rahman Group and Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf and Awam Pakistan Party, which is led by Shahid Khaqan Abbasi, former Prime Minister, they're holding series of consultation, and it has emerged that they're going to form a new opposition alliance, and there will be a big political wig, Maulana Fazlur Rahman, in that alliance. Do you think if this alliance in the coming days is formed, it will pose any threat to this present coalition government, with whom Maulana personally also enjoys good ties? Yes.
I think this alliance, the present alliance which they are making, it isn't against the government in federal.
Then why they are making it?
Yes, this is the interesting thing. They all know that their political party in KP, they think, because they know what's happening inside their party.
Maulana is also a huge presence in KP.
Yes. The issue is KP, not federal. The alliance which is right now, which they are forming it up. Mahmood Khan Chakzai, Shahid Khaqan Abbasi. Shahid Khan Abbasi is not in a capacity to...
Asad Kaisar.
Main problem is Asad Kaisar's and Ali Amin.
Gandapur, Chief Minister of KP.
Now Maulana Fazlur Rahman is the only person who has got power and who has got people, and Maulana's issue is also Ali Amin. My take on this is, and I'm very firm on saying this thing, that this alliance, basically they think that within PTI there is going to come a change in KP, and the Chief Minister in KP, their party leader will say that now thank you, goodbye,
and he may step down.
And a new person is going to come in as a CM. So this alliance, Asad Kaisar is trying that his brother, and with Maulana, and telling that we'll get rid of
this
Ali
is a
Amin.
new alignment.
Yes, we'll get rid of Ali Amin. So this alliance, I can firmly say, it isn't against the federal government. It is against the PTI government, which is in KP, and it's against Ali Amin Gandapur precisely.
And you think PTI has gone into different factions now?
Of course. PTI soon is going to announce. This is what my take is.
Soon announce another faction.
Then another. No, they are soon going to announce that Ali Amin should be stepping down, and they will ask him. They will ask him to step down. So when he steps down, if he steps down, which I think he will not.
He will not?
He will not. He is going to come head on them.
Then he may face vote of no confidence?
I don't think so, because I say till today Ali Amin is very strong now. Ali Amin will save himself, and all those who are with him, they will save themselves. They also know that this time they are in government. Who knows next time? Because it's the third term in KP they are enjoying. So there is going to be a new tug of war which we see. And this alliance which is being made now, it is against Ali Amin. So if somebody says that Ali Amin, you resign, so a strong alliance is there to replace Ali Amin. This is what I say.
Just last week, one of the congressmen on the floor of the House raised the political situation in Pakistan in the House of Representatives. It was first time that during the session of House of Representatives, a member raised political situation in Pakistan, focusing on a particular political person that he should be released. And along with this, another congressman has written a letter to the US president asking him to use his influence for the release of a particular politician in Pakistan. What do you think? How do you think these two developments, Pakistani political situation echoed in the American Congress, and then this latter diplomacy in Washington is still continuing?
I say that Pakistan and United States, we are in terms, a strong coalition and better terms since long.
Since long.
Since long. As a politician, I feel very awkward kind of a feeling comes when I see congressmen going specifically in our about Pakistan in the matters which are of grave concern for us. We feel disturbed. Why should they be doing it? And the congressman, the one who is doing the writing the letters, I was reading his tweets, and he's not leaving anyone. He's not leaving anyone. He's saying, well, such and such person in that country, they should resign. Why? Who are you? So in such and such situation, such and such thing is happening, you should do this. So this is not a serious move which they are making. And my personal take is, now, after assessing this situation, I say, the Republicans are more mature or more solid politicians comparatively to Democrats. So I don't see that anything serious is going to develop in present situation, United States, where they are going to say anything bad to the government of Pakistan. Their relations with Pakistan have always been very stable, and they should keep this thing in their minds and notes as well.
But usually the countries which get financial assistance directly, indirectly from United States, America definitely use its clout, influence in certain policy matters with those countries. And don't you think so that if a country is getting huge financial assistance, America will be definitely dictating political terms and conditions? So this aid, diplomacy, how it works?
I think Pakistani present government diplomacy with Americans is going to work very fine. Now
they are not going to come under any pressure.
Not at all. They are going to enjoy the best relations. This is what I think. Now the Indians in Americans politics, or Indians influence in the White House, or Indian influence in Congress, definitely they are all pulling all their weight with PTI at the moment, and this is very evident. It's not that
because it's in opposition.
They are very much putting their all weight. That there's some
Indian lobby is putting weight behind PTI.
Behind PTI, it's very evident to all of them, and they are favoring Mr. Imran Khan. They are asking for his release.
Are you sure about this?
I'm
is 100%. A big statement.
I watched the politics or political fields very, very precisely. I watched them deeply. All the people, those who are closer to India. The congressmen, those who are closer to India, the people, those who are under the effects of Indians' influence, Indian influence is there. So they are all going all out for PTI and for Imran Khan. But having said again, the Republicans, they are much mature, much strong. They know their country, they know our country, they know where we stand, they know where we have been standing. So I don't see that anything negative is going to come from USA, which is going to disturb Pakistan Republicans and Mr. Trump. I don't think so. They are going to do anything where we will feel that our country is being targeted or we are being deprived of something, but good relations we had. I don't think so.
So 2025, you have already said that this government is quite strong and this new opposition alliance may not pose any threat. But how you see this 2025 in Pakistan? You think government will be able to overcome the challenges, this opposition challenges indeed there, then economic challenges there, and you said government is fighting the security challenge, but the security situation is yet to get improvement. There are almost daily intelligence-based operations in Balochistan, in Khyber, in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and there are cross-border terrorism incidents. Terrorists are still making entry from other side of the border from Afghanistan. So how you see this 2025 security challenge and these all things?
When we see the security challenge, it exists. And
it is a reality.
It exists all out for us. Now, how we are dealing, this is the question most important, which is going to determine how our government is going to prolong on this. I see that we are doing it very well. We are not only countering all the challenges, But this time we are actually hitting those who are responsible. And as a state of Pakistan, yes, as a state of Pakistan, we are not going to tolerate. This is what we see. This is the message from the government of Pakistan, or as a state of Pakistan, that they are not going to tolerate anything, whether it's coming from any border, from any side. If somebody is coming in, doing it again and again, Pakistan is going to sort out that issue very clearly, and they have given message to all of them. So after this, the intelligence-based operations, when we see, if you monitor all of them, may they be in Balochistan, may they be in the eastern side of KP and all this region. So this time they're ensuring that nothing goes wrong.
Nothing goes wrong.
They are ensuring one thing, that no forged report comes back to them. They are ensuring that whatever is done, it's done on ground. They are ensuring that they are not told anything which isn't happening on ground. This is the best thing which they are doing. Now, this is related to our government. Now, on other side, what I see government is going to do is that the ministries and they have done reforms within government sections.
Exactly.
And after these reforms, I see that they are going to take on the government in a full boom now. After 1 year, they are going to place in their ministers, and they are going to watch everything.
They're going to expand the cabinet as well.
They are going to expand the cabinet, and Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif is going to make sure that every minister is working properly. And I suggest them as well, and I've been telling them as well, that you should evaluate as well. Everything evaluation, and they have adopted that thing as well. It's not that I said, it was a demand. And now it is not that ministries are going to be evaluated. They are going to counter everything. They are going to see, or they are going to give target. And for all this, I consider Mr. Shehbaz Sharif as the best person required at the moment we have. So I am very hopeful that when the ministries start functioning, all of them, when they are doing it, everything good, the effects are definitely going to go down.
You said Prime Minister is one of the best Prime Minister. On one side, he's talking about right sizing of the government, merging certain government ministries. On the other hand, he's expanding cabinet. And recently, Pakistani Parliament has revised the salaries and perks and privileges of parliamentarians despite severe economic challenges. So the perks, privileges of parliamentarians, a revised cabinet is being expanded, and you're defending the Prime Minister.
He's not expanding. At the moment, the government is working with only 8 to 10 ministers. You have 34 ministries. It's a country of 25 crore in millions. When you count the Europeans, their minds bubble at how much people are living in this country.
250 million.
Such 250 millions, and at the moment he has only 10 ministers. He is doing it very wisely. First year, he did it rightly. Now he's going to place all ministers in ministries. And at the moment, he's not expanding the cabinet. He has cut down a few ministries as well. So this is what you need. It is a marriage, and if you do not have a wife, so single man is not going to marry anything. It is like this. All the ministers you have to have. Second thing which you asked was related to what?
First thing I told you about this expansion in cabinet, and second, recently Parliament got approved the revised perks and privileges.
I am for that. I say I'm a politician who earns nothing from left and right. A politician has to be a professional politician.
You are an exceptional politician.
I say there should be a very strong check on everyone.
Source of income.
A source of income, whatever I have, when I am taking any place, they should know this is where I stand, and it should be monitored, and it will be. I say you have to give reasonable pay to them. You know how much pay they are giving it to M&A? They were giving it to minister about, it was only 190,000 rupees. How much dollars it makes? If you tell the people how much dollars, they'll be shocked. How can you have a life in that? They have to give, they are supposed to give them good pay, but they are supposed to keep a best check on them as well. So nothing goes wrong. Why are we labeled corrupt? We see that when people, our politicians, when they come on seats or they enjoy the things, one is perks and privileges. Leaving that, people say that they go with contractors and they do such and such thing and they make money. I say the government of Pakistan has to go very strict on that. Your NAB has to go very strict on that. Your anti-corruption department has to go very strict on that. But at least give them something with which they can live. So this is not, it isn't an increase which alarms. It allows. They give them what so that they can live. So I think that all the raise what they did is justified. But on the other side, it has to be a transparent political movement which has to go on. This is what we need.
You said that the government is massively working on bringing reforms, improving governance, which has been biggest issue. Do you think in 2025 government will be able to complete the reforms process and government will be able to make significant improvement in governance process? So improving the governance and the reforms process.
I say till today, right now, the reforms, what all they were supposed to do, they have done it. All the manuscript, all the things are ready. Now they are going to take off. It is not that all the things are ready. Everything is prepared. Now they are going to take off. I say that this year they are going to take off with all the reforms now. And the results of all what they have done in this 1 year, you will see very clearly in days to come. Reforms are being made. Everything is in pipeline. They are just like set, go 1, 2, 3, and go. So after the expansion of this cabinet, this year, Mr. Shahbaz Sharif as a prime minister, you will see that he will deliver Pakistan what all we need.
So lastly, I will ask, what is the way forward to bring political, economic, and security stability in Pakistan?
My conclusion about this is we have to have proper, strong law and order.
Proper, strong
law and order. Any community without
rule of law,
without discipline, without rule of law, any community, may they be the superpower, if decline comes in discipline or law and order, anything can collapse. And any community which is striving to go up, if they implement proper law and order, for humanity, for the cause of humanity, for the cause of animals, for the cause of everything which we have, minerals, resources, everything, we have to have proper law and order. And we have everything documented. We have to implement. And by implementing that, I tell you, Pakistan is going to rise very quick.
Pakistan is going to rise very soon. And Pakistan is going to sustain whatever on economic front it has achieved. So political stability, economic stability, and security stability means a perfect law and order situation is must for Pakistan to further rise. And there is no going to be major imminent threat from a new opposition alliance. This is what Mr. Khurram Hameed Rokhri has said. Despite your busy schedule, you participated in our program and gave an insightful analysis of current happenings in Pakistan. Dear viewers, till our next program, goodbye and Allah Hafiz from studios.